Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to process these pens. So we're going to tear out that and we're going to weigh the pens and then we're going to start processing. So I've looked through these. They don't have any tin on them, so we don't have to put them in hydrochloric acid, and we're just going to go with a dilute nitric too, where that's pretty good. That worked out about 300 grams, so let's see what we come up with. All right, we're going to do Poor-mans Nitric. I just I'll probably need about 3 milliliters of nitric per pen to dissolve all that stuff, and I think I'm just going to make Poor-mans Nitric. So I've got 300 milliliters of water here, and I'm going to add 200 milliliters of sulfuric real slow. I'm using the funnel here to prevent any splashing, and we know this is going to get warm. Probably should only do 100. Yeah, and I'm going for it. We're gonna it's 50. Man, I think I'm gonna just go conservative. I've put about 50 milliliters of sulfuric acid in there, and it's warming up just a little bit. Sorry, I got off track there. And I'll add the nitric. Man, I'm going to go for it. I know I'm wishy-washy, but we need to get these pens and rolling. So that's 200 milliliters of sulfuric acid and 300 milliliters of water. I use the funnel to prevent any splashing, and I'll have to clean that up a little. God, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place with that. I need to edit that out. So I'm just gonna put that right there for right now. I'll get a different dish. Put that there for right now. I want to get rid of this before I put the nitric in, so I'll be right back. All right, so I added the acid to it. Now we're going to add the sodium nitrate, and I'm going to cover it. You can see we're starting to get a little fumes there. I'll have to turn my hood on in a second. All right, we're going to cover it. There you go. There's the money shot. And we got a pretty good reaction going on there, but I've got to turn the hood on. All right, well, we're decanting that off, and it looks like we've got some, that's either copper nitrate or copper sulfate, those crystals. I'm going to put that in some hot water and dissolve those crystals. We're going to filter the foils away, and then we'll process the gold. Just a little minor setback there if those crystals falling out. Like, man, I guess the only way to separate copper sulfate from copper nitrate is through distillation. Not sure yet, but I feel like either way, we're still going to try and get some of this acid use back by electrolysis. So we're not giving up on this yet, but that's either way, that's water soluble. we'll attack that and filter that and come up with some answers for how much gold. All right, so we heated that up and dissolved that copper, whether it's copper nitrate or copper sulfate crystals. We'll figure that out down the road. But man, look at all the copper in there. Oh, and that's hot water. That's water vapor. So we're going to filter that off real quick and then process these oils. So here the foil's filtered out. There's just a little bit of trace amount of copper in that. We're going to put all the filters together. We're going to use just a little bit of nitric this time to burn up that copper. And we'll put that, we'll filter again and put NaR. And I want to try and drop with sodium nitrate. So we're going to see how that goes. So sometimes it takes me a while to really think things through. I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to make AR and dissolve that gold because there's a lot of filters in there. I thought about taking hydrochloric acid and extracting some of that copper. I still see all those filters in the gold. I feel like it's better to dissolve all the gold. I know we're going to dissolve some copper and other things, but we'll drop it out and refine a couple more times. We'll just treat it like we do dirty e-waste. But anyway, that's the plan. We're going to make AR. Here's 2 mils. And I think I'm just going to try and keep it right at 5 for right now. I know we have some copper in it, but we'll just see how that goes. There's the AR cooking away. Hopefully that gold will dissolve tonight. Filter it out. A little bit of that nuts. So I took it off the heat. That's really coming along, huh? The reaction is pretty vigorous. Gold foils I don't see that many anymore. I'll let that settle down. Just off like it. And I'll stir it to make sure we got any gold that's in filters dissolved. I'll probably have to let this sit tonight. Ready to go. It's like day 3. And I'm feeling like sulfuric acid stripping so really important fast. So I busted up that filter and it had a little surprise. Like I said, I think we're going to just let that sit tonight and dissolve into add a little bit more nitric than needed. And how much I have left, so I got to kind of stretch it and start using a little more sparingly. All right, I had to turn the heat back on. You can see here that the foils are rising and then they fall down with convection current. I had to stir that up real well, and I'm trying to get the filters to dissolve so they can make dissolving the gold a little easier. The gold was getting trapped in some of those filters there, and I'm gonna turn it off for the night. We've got a little bit of light vapor in it and just a slight hint of NOx. And over here we are trying to revive some old ferrous sulfate that I know I can make it, but man, you know, sometimes it's easier just to use what you have. So what I had to do is boil some distilled water and rehydrate it and then titrate it with hydrochloric acid, because the last time, man, you guys are right on GRFM, I did overshoot it and it was yellow. So shark, 4 metals, and just in case, man, I know I sometimes act like I know it all. I said you can make it, but man, you know, just all the running around, man, you know, sometimes you got to buy it. Anyway, this is some old stuff. And just a shout out to GRFM. They help me out, you know, on some things, and I do a lot of reading on that. But anyway, that's the ferrous sulfate we're cleaning up to drop that. Man, that solution is getting dirtier and dirtier. There was, there was some copper still in there, but we're going to clean that up, man. Don't be afraid, we're going to get the gold. So these are the foils that have been in the AR. They're on the gentle heat. I did a little spot test for the Spanish. They're not, you can see the action shot. It's a dirty solution, I know, but we're recovering. We're not refined yet, so we're getting there. So drop the goldextraction too. Now that solution's not too bad, it's cleaning up. So there's the top view, the top filters, and this is the bottom view. It looks a little bit like E-links, it's got some copper in it, it's got little gold in it, but we'll see what we get. So we're going to add a little sodium nitrate sulfite. Sodium Nitrate sulfate to do NOx. That last batch. I tried to be sparing when using that nitric used. I had trouble dissolving some of these oils. Weird. I think we're almost there. Try one more time. My bad. I'll probably have to edit that. We're good. So I diluted the solution. We're going to heat it some, and then we're going to drop this and do a hot drop and see how it goes. All right, we're rolling. So I took this outside to let it settle down. We got a little gold in there. Let's see if I can give you a shot. It's not too bad. I'm going to let that cook down for a little bit. I'll probably pour it off. You guys know I don't like to let that stuff set overnight, and rest go in the stock pot. But we're there. So we're going to pour that off and start cleaning it up. So this is the first boil. You know, we'll boil it a couple of times, get some hydrochloric acid on it, boil it again, and try and get a rough weight. This is just, you know, recovering that gold from those pins. And, you know, always think it's a lot. And when I weigh it, it's not. So this is boil number 2. It's cleaning up real nice. Empire Finds, there's a little shot of my backyard. Still haven't cleaned the leaves up yet. So this is the hydrochloric acid boil. We're gonna do this for a while. I'm gonna let that boil for about 10 minutes. Pull it off the heat, let it cool down, and then we'll start rinsing with water again. And you know, we got a little bit of gold in here. Man, I'm not gonna worry about that. That's going in the stock pot. It's like milligrams, man. It's so fine. I know it all adds up, but I'd rather recover it in the stock pot than mess around with it. So this is the boil. See, it's cleaning up that gold pretty good. We're running out of daylight here. Empire Finds, man, I'm gonna give you another shot in my backyard. My backyard has been described as Sanford and Son meets Green Acres. I'm not going to show you my chemical waste station and woodshed, but that's where the deer hang out right here. When I pull in, man, there's about 4 or 5 whitetails that run off, 2 sisters and a buck, and their offspring. It's kind of cool. So this is the first rinse after the hydrochloric acid boil. So it's looking a little brown now, and we'll just show you how that falls. This is the 3rd boil after hydrochloric rinse boil. It's looking pretty good, not a bad recovery. We'll get a weight on it and see. So this is the recovered gold. It's been dropped once. We've done 3 washes of hydrochloric acid boil, 3 washes, and we're just going to tuck it away and refine it at a later date. But I want to try and get a weight on it today, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a weight of our gold we recovered this month from electronic scrap. So that's at 5206. Man, that's not a lot. Let me scrape off that stuff right there. Man, what a drag. It's 52.65. Now, when we did it, it was 52. Now there's a little in there. We got a little here, and there's a little outside. And you know, that was a lot of work, 300 grams. I feel like I probably could have recovered better using the sulfuric acid stripping cell.